Hey, here at the house, we have several people who work or who are Filipino, and one of them shares food with me with some frequency, Filipino food, which has really been fun over the last few years I enjoy trying new foods, and it's been fun. And I hadn't tried Filipino food. It's not as common here in Southern California as Chinese food or Japanese food or Korean food are all. I've tried all those, but I don't think Filipino food here at least has caught on as much. But it's good and it's fun to have tried. In this case, he gave me two pieces of cake. That is a sticky rice cake, and that's a cassava cake. And the reason this is brown is because it has brown sugar in it. And reading on the internet, the brown sugar possibly has a richer, more complex flavor than the white sugar. And it actually adds more moisture to the cake. So I'm going to just try a bit here. And you can sort of see the rice in there. Uh, Nah, I can see it a little bit. Well, I'm not sure. A little bit. So it's a fairly firm texture. Um, I feel as though I've had other rice dishes where rice has been turned into something really firm, and it's always a bit of a surprise to my mouth because I think of rice as pretty soft. But it's interesting. I enjoy a surprise in my mouth. Um, Otherwise, it tastes like brown sugar, tiny bit of acid taste. Nice. I don't know if this has any kind of frosting on it. And then the cassava cake, that's white and it's a little brown on top. I don't know if that's from the cooking. I wish I had looked that up. That is a little softer, still pretty firm and sweet and a little smoother. I think I can just slightly in the sticky rice cake kind of sense or feel the separate particles of rice, even though it's pretty smooth, but this is smoother. And it's good. Also, a tiny bit of acid taste. Now I'm wondering if all food has at least a little bit of acid in it. I guess I can look that up. But they're both good. They're not like Western cakes made with a grain, which has more like kind of air, like pores, so to speak, in it. And it is um, actually a little more soft or something. When you bite into it, it's sort of a Western cake. It doesn't its texture isn't as solid as these. Um, and I grew up with Western cakes, so I'm used to them, so I like them. But these are nice too. Um, and what else can I say? Somewhere I read that the Chinese people say every time you try a new dish, you add 7 days to your life. I don't know if that's true, but it is nice to try new things. I'm not sure. Do these have a different flavor? The flavor's pretty mild. It's kind of about the texture. I can't. Let me see. So there's another bite of rice cake, sticky rice cake. I'm not, and it tastes a little bit like rice, which is a little, for me, it's a little bit of a dusty sort of taste. It's a little bit like floury, like flour, Flour. Um, I'm not an expert at the different descriptions of taste, um, but maybe you can imagine it. Now, let's see the cassava cake, but I don't think these are as intensive flavors. These are both mild flavors. Um, it's not like a chocolate cake or an orange cake. Um, Even a vanilla cake for me might have a more distinct flavor than these, but that might just be because I grew up with them. If I grew up with these, maybe I would have become really expert in seeing the distinct flavors. So at the moment, maybe the cassava cake might taste a little more like vanilla. I'm not sure. Kind of a lighter taste. I don't know what lighter means in terms of taste. I can think what it means in terms of texture. Maybe the texture influences how it tastes, but they're both good. I suppose for people who have never tried them, they didn't. I would think most people would enjoy them, um, and I give them a good mark. So thank you to our Filipino man, and hope you. Well, if you decide to try them, I hope you enjoy them.